Hello everybody and welcome back to Balake Farms. So you join me on the American Dream and it is March and we've got a bit of selling to do because I wanted to nip to the shop and get some seeds because this month we can drill the sugar beet. So we're going to get all of these products sold. We've got near 6,000 litres of eggs. I think there might be another pallet, but yeah, me stacking went a bit awry. So we're going to get these sold. Then we're going to pick up some seeds for the sugar beet. Then we're going to drill this field to our right here. Hopefully we will also be able to start the corn, but I don't think that's until next month. So if not to worry, there is some more contracts. So I've put another mod on which is bit more realistic. It's contract to do with cutting the verges for like the councils. So we will have to buy a mowery machine, but this is what you get. So basically you've just got to cut any part of the grass around the fields. This one's 549 square meters and you get £2,000. So we've got plenty of them to do. That's what it's called. And basically it just adds a bit into in between jobs. If there's not a lot to do and we ain't got loads to do, we could be cutting the grass for the council and earn a few extra pennies, which in this game every extra penny on hard economy is worthwhile. So that is a very nice little addition. So like I say, we're going to go to the bakery, get this sold. We do need to buy some liquid fertiliser as well, which is half the reason I thought let's get this all loaded up, let's get it there. And then what we can do is pop all of them glass houses back up because they use quite a lot of water overnight. It's about half their water they use every day, so they're fairly greedy. Also, another problem we've had overnight is the sugar beet harvester we took on the scheme, the battery depleted and well, it won't start, and now it's got critical illness and we need to take a service van out to it before we can move it. Basically, if you don't start the vehicles up after so long, the batteries go flat and they don't work anymore. So I'll show you what I mean. Oh, he nearly T-boned us. Let's get this dropped off at the bakery and I'll show you. But yeah, it's told me that we need, as I loaded in it, that we need to get a service van out to it because the battery is depleted and it basically just won't start now. So we're going to have to invest ourselves a nice little service van, which isn't the end of the world. A nice truck is always helpful, so we're just getting a bit sooner rather than later, but we need to make sure we got the right amount of money. Let's get this sold. Hopefully we can get it in a... oh, it's the wrong one. Over there. Hopefully we can get it in a one payment so we can see what we're going to make. Should be a nice little bit of refit out of there. All by one egg. Oh no, we did get it in. So £36,000 plus £1,000 environmental. So not bad at all really. It's topped us up to £87,000 anyway, so we're nearly back up to what I think we're over what we started with. So what we're doing is working out. So those chickens have really started helping though. Now they've started laying eggs, that's a massive income boost for us, and getting the cows going with their manure, it's quite a big help as well. Let's pull in here because we are going to need to load all this up. That's why I brought the telehandler. Telehandler being the most important tool on the farm at the moment. So let's get the trailer off. But yeah, what I was on about with this, so if we go into this now, you see the voltage is 11.7. If I try to start it, it just will not fire. And if we go and hold R next to it, do an inspection, lubricant level dry. So it reckons it's all right. Everything's all right, which it would be, because it's a new machine. It's never been used, to be honest. Not from me. We could have got away with jumping it last month, but I think it might be too far gone. But we'll give it a go while we're here. We'll pull the telehandler up in a minute and we'll give it a go. So I think, if I'm right, we should now solve the dry lubrication. Yeah, that's good. Now let's see if we can jump it off the old telehandler. Don't know if it will. Not used the jump leads yet. So I believe we connect one side to there, one side to there, and we should be able to start it. Ah, there we go. So we've got jumper cables already connected. So how do we take the jumper cables off? That is the biggest question. We should be able to just disconnect. There we go. There we go. Easy when you know how. So I'm hoping that stays running now, which it is doing, so that's good. So it might not be too broken, but that is pretty cool with the jump lead. So while that's running, I'll keep it on for a bit just see if we can get it charged. So we do need to get some liquid fertilizer for our planter, which is, I'm going to get to 4,000 litre. Expensive, I know, but we need it. Ooh, we might even get one of these at some point. I think it'll be quite handy to have on the farm. And we're also going to get some seeds. Now, I have put on the seed edition, so I'm going to try it. I don't know if it'll work, but I am going to take a bag of normal seeds just in case, because they're pretty fast. So what we're looking for is sugar beet, if they do a bag of sugar beet, sunflower sugar beet seed. I think we're going to need 2 bags. If not, we can keep it in storage. We might use it. And we want to do corn as well, so I will try it first actually before we get too carried away with that. I'm going to take a bag of 2 bags of normal ones just in case, but if it works, it'll be the last time I buy the seeds. I'm hoping it will. Don't know if it will. So we can get all that loaded up. Hopefully we can switch that off now. Oh no, battery died straight away. Should have left that jump up. Well, at least we know we can jump it. If we've got to get the service van out to fix it, we've got to get the service van. But let's get our new bits on the trailer. So they're our normal seeds. I'm hoping we don't have to use them, but they're just an emergency, just in case. I didn't want to drive all the way back up here to get some if it does, but I'm sure we'll use them, and then from there we will not buy it if it does work. That's our sugar beet seed. That's what I'm hoping will work. Now I did have a look at the seed edition, like its planters and drills, but you can only put 1 crop through them, so you'd have to have a drill for everything, unless we had a workshop and changed it every time, and I don't think that's quite right, because with a drill you would use different seeds in it. So let's get that one on there. Beautiful. Right, we can now head back over to the yard. We're left with £76,000, as long as we don't need anything else. Let's get that hooked up, leads on, and let's head back to the yard. So I'll see you guys over there, and we'll try our sugar beet seeds when we get there. So I don't think it's working. It won't let me refeed it. I'm just seeing if I can open the lid. But no, it's not letting me do anything at the moment, unfortunately. Which is the problem I think I had last time I tried to use the Seed Edition mod. But someone might be able to explain it to me if someone's used it before. What I can see is if I went down to here, this is a Seed Edition mod, but then you can only put in which seeds you want to use in it, which is a bit annoying. You'd have to keep swapping them out. If that's the case, we'll get the machine swapped over and then we can use it right. So it's not a waste of time yet. I am just going to have to put these seeds down and use the normal ones. But yeah, I can't seem to... It doesn't seem to like it, which is really bizarre. You'd think the mod would just work generically opposed to only with certain ones. You know. Anyone else have that problem? But I'm hoping we'll just try it with these, see if something I was just doing wrong. Might have had it in the wrong place, you never know. So, this is like normal, just bags of standard seed. It's a shame, it would be a lot better if you just bought the seeds to what you needed. Makes it, yeah, seeds straight away. It's opened up, so yeah, it's something to do with it, but we'll figure it out. We'll find a way around it, even if we've got to swap the planters over to the other starter one. But, like I say, with this one, you can just flick through all your different seed types, which isn't quite how you would do it in real life. You would buy your wheat seeds, your barley seeds, or what have you. Never mind. Right, I'll get this liquid fert in and then we will go to the field and let's get started with drilling this year's sugar beet. So that's the sugar beet field all drilled with one small minor accident while we're driven the other field's crop. Never mind. We lost a little bit. We'll get it back. So that is all. I don't think we can do the corn today, which is a bit disappointing because we're all geared up for it. We'll just double check this fact. Where are we? Corn. So yeah, we can't do it in March. So we shan't be doing any drilling of corn. We'll get this part back in its little shed then, and we'll leave it on the tractor because I'm sure we won't need the big boy tractor until next month now. Open that garage door. So we'll get this back in there. We do need to roll that field. We do not own a roller. The other drill did roll it. This one doesn't. So we will have to either get one or just sacrifice that until we can afford it. We've got £78,000, but there's a couple of things we need to buy, which I will show you in a second. Just try and get this in here without crashing it. Always park the tractors inside. We don't want them to get wet, because if they get wet, it short circuits their electrics, and then we've got to pay for repair bills. So there we go. That is ready for next time. It's very mucky, but it is a nice big planter, and that tractor didn't seem to struggle at all. So we've got a few IVCs kicking about, which we will put back in. Those two are the fertilizer, that's the herbicide, and then there's these two sugar beet pallets, which I'm hoping we can get sorted out and get that running properly. Right, so a couple of things we would like to buy. One is going to be a service van, because it would be very handy to be able to service our vehicles. So don't think that is a service van. I think it's just called a service van. It's not a service van. I might have to put some on. I don't actually know if we've got one on here. We have got a service toolbox, which we could just buy a truck for. We'll just check the sale to make sure there's nothing that we need in there. There is a roller. In fact, that's quite cheap. It's only a small one, but it's cheap, so we'll have to use that for the time being. So we'll get that bought. So our service toolbox. Now I can't remember if you come in here and get it out of here, which I don't think you can. Got a hose pipe reels. Miscellaneous. Will it be in here, I wonder? If not, what we'll do is I think you can. There is one to build. Service trailer. I wonder if that will do what we need. Field service trailer, so that might be it. 24 grand, it's a bit steep. Ideally we could do with something to put on it. All of this, by the way, is to do with there's a mod, a couple of mods what we've put on, but yeah, I've put loads of mods on. One day we'll get through them all. So we are. So I think that service trailer might be the kiddie. So it will be handy to have. Yeah, we might as well have it AdBlue as well because we are going to need it. So yes, 400 quid. So we're going to buy that. Bit pricey. Leaves us 45. Now, I don't think we're going to get a truck for that sort of money without skimping ourselves, and we don't want to do that just yet. Could get a Ford Ranger, but we're in America, so could get a Gator to pull it around, or we could use the tractor for now. Might think we might have to use the tractor for now, unless could get that, but that's all our money, and we just need to keep some money on hand. The other thing, what I wanted to buy as well, which is why I'm a bit apprehensive of spending too much, is I want to get a mower for cutting the verges. Could use our front mower, I suppose, for the time being, and then we can get one of those arm ones installed at a later date. We haven't got one on there, unless there's one in miscellaneous again. Probably not. Doesn't look like we've got one. That's a pretty cool rig, by the way. That's for doing firewood. Put your logs on there. Out comes your firewood. Good. Or you put it into a trailer and then you can sell them straight away. So it's a nice little bit of kit, that is. Don't think I've seen anything. But no, we might use that. So that's a couple of jobs. Because now we've done that, we are on to doing some work for the council, I think. I don't think there's any other contracts. We've got the rolling to do, so we'll go crack on with the rolling because we can jump in our case and do that. And then we'll go and play with the trailer while we're over there, see what it does. But yeah, let's go pick up the roller. We need to get that sugar beet field rolled before we forget about it, because that would be disastrous. So that's the sugar beet field all rolled. It didn't take too long. I did sell the service trailer again because it didn't do the feature I needed, which was, it's the servicing part I need, because we need to be able to service our vehicles when they break down, like the sugar beet harvester has done at the shop. Now what we could actually do is buy a truck if we can afford it, jump start it, drive it back here, and then we could service it back down here. I mean, it is a machine that is on rental, but obviously, could we get away with jumping it, or is it going to cause itself further damage? That's what I don't know. Because if it's going to cause itself further damage, we're going to have to get it sorted sooner rather than later. Right, let's unhook this. Let's work out a plan. That's that, and that's that. Beautiful. So switch that off. What was our truck options again? I kind of want to buy something a bit American on the American series. It's just money what's holding me back a little bit. I'd ideally want something like this, you know, a nice Ford pickup truck. F450 dually. That'll be ideal for our operation. Tranny van. No, the tranny van's don't quite scream the same. I mean, they're good. Yeah, we ain't really got anything too... No, we could buy an old pickup truck, but yeah, I'm not sold. I'm not sold. Let me quickly disappear for 5 seconds, and I'll see if we can come back with a service truck or some different bits and bobs. So I did jump off, I've jumped back on. I did buy a service truck, we just got to figure out how to use it. It's back at the yard, but while I was there, I jump started this so we could get it back to our yard and get it into our little service area and just get it checked over and see what's up with it. But I'll show you the truck in a second. I also did put on the edge mowers, so we have got them now as well. So we probably might take some contracts in a minute for some cutting some grass verges, just to make some money, because as you can see we're down to £24,000, but the service truck cost us £47,000. We've got an electric one, but let me get to the yard with this and I will show you guys what we bought. So it seems to be alright now we've started it and run it, so I've just parked it in our shed out of the way, and I thought I'd show you guys what we bought. So this is our new truck. It's a field truck. It can carry diesel. We've obviously got the electric version of this truck, so it's cut down on some diesel. We've got a pressure washer built into the back, which is pretty dandy, so we can clean up our vehicles while we're repairing them. It should also be able to use it as a service truck to repair vehicles, but I'm not sure yet of how to use that, so we will have to figure it out. Now I'm sure it is just a menu that we have to activate, but I'm not sure how we do it yet, or if we've got to have the vehicle running, or so let's just go pull up to one of our vehicles. It's electric, so it's hard to know when it's starting. But if I can't figure it out today, we will get it figured out, because it will be an asset with this mod of everything breaking down. So if we pulled up here, say, yeah, I'm just not quite sure how we use it yet. But yeah, no, we'll work it out. I'll read up on it, but that's what we bought anyway. It's going to be a lifesaver, especially with the fact that it can carry some diesel around the farm. It will be very, very handy. So what we are going to do now is we're going to run a few of these contracts, these new grass virgin contracts. Now The part is £45,000, which we can't afford right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to borrow one set of items because, you know, we're contracting for someone. So we're going to pick a nice tractor and borrow it. Looks like it's Fent or John Deere. Let's go for the fence. Let's borrow items. Or we could do a class. Yeah, we'll borrow that item. And then what we're going to do is accept quite a few of these. And then we're going to go cut. Right, so we can only have 3 active contracts. Not a problem. We're going to go, as long as we don't collect the one we're borrowing the vehicles on, we should be able to quite nicely do this. Now, we don't have to be too careful because we are borrowing this off the council to do their work for them. So let's get this one connected. The queue. I'll lift it. We've got a nice fence to do the job with. We will buy our own eventually. Just at the moment, money's tight, so we're having to use this one. There you go. That is all on. So let's get it folded. And let's go drive. So as far as I believe, what we've got to do, put our beacon lights on. I'm guessing that's not folded just yet. As soon as it's folded, we will shoot forward with speed. I'd like to hope. Are we not folded yet? So, I think we are all folded. But it's not going to let us drive any faster than 4 miles an hour with this on. Must be a setting or something that's just... Oh well. But yeah, this is as good a place to start as any anyway. We need to mow all the verges for the local council, so let's give it a go. Let's see how it works. Put the beacons on. Just figure out the controls, so which one's the boot? There we go. So if we turn that on now, there we go. We can literally sit and cut the grass verges for money. How cool is that? Which is accurate because when you've got the equipment, you would go cut the verges for the council and cause a right menace to everyone on the road. That's pretty standard, that is. Let's get the hazards on and let's mow some verges. So I don't think it'll take too long to do. A couple of grand each contract, not too bad. Obviously we've borrowed the equipment, so we'll lose out a bit, but I'm hoping we can eventually afford to buy our own. I mean, it is March as well, so the grass is not overly cool, but hey ho. Right, let's go crack on and see how far we need to cut to make the money. Right, so we've done 3 of those contracts, so not too bad. I think it would be better once, you know, it got a bit more grass on it. March is not the best time to be cutting the grass verges, but you can still do it. It takes a bit longer, but as you can see, got a fair few pennies from it. Once we get all this money collected, at least it tops us back up. Yeah, so we've just got to collect these contracts. So it did crash before, but luckily it saved just before it crashed. So this time let's collect these. There we go. So yeah, it didn't make too bad of money. It takes up to £32,000. So they're not a bad contract, as you can see. There's just not a lot of grass. So if this was, probably even next month, we could get a lot quicker. I've just been cutting these bits here just to you know, make up the bits of grass we need. But hopefully next month those contracts will be a lot better. It just gives us something to do in our downtime. But the last thing we need to do this month, before I forget, is we need to top all of our glass houses up. Because they are, like I said, I think they use quite a lot of water overnight. If we go here, yeah, they use about half their water overnight, which is crazy. Still got plenty of manure in it, which is good. So just going to quickly run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and top all of these up. And that should be our last job we've got to do in March. So we did manage to buy a service truck, which is pretty cool. It's going to come in handy. I just need to figure out how to use it. It's a new one. I only downloaded it while we was in the video. So we had a service truck for a bit like that machine. It had gone wrong, and it'd be handy, as well as like when our telehandler broke down. It just gives us options then that we can just repair stuff without having to drag it back to the store. And it gives us a pressure washer. It's a very expensive pressure washer, but it gives us a pressure washer. So that's the plan with that. So I'm hoping we can get these topped up relatively easily, and then we'll be all set for April next time, which will be the month we'll be drilling the corn. And hopefully getting that. Well, I'll tell you what we do actually need to do this month is put the oilseed radishes in, wasn't it? That's what we said we was going to do. So that's another job we will probably just have to quickly run around and do. Where's the fill point? Apparently we're not close enough. But yeah, so I did want to put some oilseed radish in just as a bit of a cover crop, so we've got a bit of crop rotation as well. Let's get, there we go. So yeah, I'll quickly fill these up, and then yeah, we'll probably just quickly chuck in some oilseed radish. I knew there was something I was missing today. Won't take too long, but we'll chuck some of that in, and then hopefully next month it'll be ready to harvest. But we'll just drill over the top of it with some corn, because I believe ours is a direct planter, but we will just double check. Yeah, so we can direct drill with it, so it would be good. And then at least we've got our rotation, which is what we need to comply with the beans we've taken out. So I'll fill these up quickly, and then we will quickly plant that field. Right, so we've drilled our cover crop into the cornfield. Obviously, it'll grow over the next month, and then we will just drill straight over the top of it. It's only a cover crop so that we're keeping on top of our crop rotation, so we're not too worried about it. There's a few misbits, not to be worried about. It is just to keep our rotation going. So if we look in our red tape, it hasn't come up, but it will come up as once it's grown, and we'll get a bit of rotation on there. So it just helps that we don't get fined. Plus, it should give the ground a natural fertilising effect, but I don't know if you've got to cultivate it first. I think you've got to cultivate it and then drill it, and then they call it green manure basically. It'll help out, and then we won't have to use so much nitrogen. So we might give that a go as well. Try and keep costs down, but it will help with, like I say, just keeping our crop rotation on top form. Right, so I think we're going to leave it there today, guys. We've done quite a lot. We've bought a few bits. So we've got to work out how to use our little workshop there, but once we know how to, it's going to be an asset. But it does help that it's got a built-in pressure washer so we can keep our vehicles clean. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Any questions, do leave them below. Any thoughts, leave them below. And if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, you'll get a notification of our next video. Right, I'll see you there, guys. Bye bye for now.